What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Mike and Ant's podcast. I am your host, Expected Ant, with my co-host, my boy Mob Miz. What is good?
Chilling, man, chilling. Let's get into this Cooper Flag stuff.
Yeah, so coming into the draft this past year, everybody was talking about how Cooper Flagg was a generational talent. He got off to a slow start of the season, but the last two games he played pretty well. He had his first 40-point game the other night, he had 42 points. And then tonight, against the Denver Nuggets, he became the youngest player to score 20 points in a half and on 90% shooting. He ended up finishing the game with 33 points as the Mavericks upset the Denver Nuggets 131 to 130. It was a close game. But what's your thoughts on Cooper Flagg, man? He's coming along. He's showing why everybody said he was a generational talent. I will admit I did not see generational, especially when I saw him last year in college. But he's impressed me these last couple games.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking like everything they drafted him to be. I would have loved to see him in the Lakers jersey, but
Well, this is the NBA's reward for them trading Luca.
we know the Lakers wouldn't have had him had they kept that pick. But with that being said, excuse me, I'm still under the weather as shit. But uh, I mean, he looks good. He looks like he revived the franchise. At least he's a great starting piece for whatever they got going on. I won't disagree with you saying I didn't believe in generational at first sight either. But I am starting to jump on the train. I do believe that he probably end up being who they thought he would be.
Yeah, and he's only 19, so he still has. I mean, he's still young. Still has to grow, not only as a player, but just as a man.
Yeah.
Being 19 years old. They did fire the GM because because of the Luka trade. I think that's why he got fired. But the Mavs, I mean, they're under 500, so they haven't really played too well. But him and I think a lot of that's due to injuries. I think Kyrie's still out with the ACL. Anthony Davis has been in and out of the lineup.
Yeah.
I thought he was coming into a good situation because the Mavericks do have a veteran team.
Yeah.
But I think kind of circling back to football, we talked about how the Commanders they're not as good as they thought they were, and they
Yeah.
went all in this offseason, thinking that they're a couple players away from going to the Super Bowl. And I think the Mavs are the same thing. I think they brought in all these veteran players, but to surround Cooper Flag, I think it's a good situation for Cooper Flag to learn from them. But as far as winning, they're just too old. Anthony Davis is 33, I believe, and he can't stay healthy. Kyrie's 33 as well. He's out. Clay Thompson at 35, he looks washed. So I mean, you got Cooper Flag playing with all these old guys. I think they need to get younger and just have Cooper Flag grow with a younger group of guys, group of talent. Because
I
right now the timeline's off. You have this 19-year-old kid, but your best players are all 30 plus.
Yeah, I agree. The timeline doesn't add up. I do like the experience he could get from them, but I mean, right now it's a gift and a curse. The fact that they're all banged up, it gives them the ability to go out there and get comfortable and drop these 30 plus point games. So hopefully I mean, what are the statuses on these on Kyrie and AD?
Well, AD played tonight. As far as Kyrie, they hope to get him back maybe February or March.
Well, I would say best case scenario, they stop winning some games, and by the time Kyrie's back, you got a 19-year-old kid playing like your best player, and you're all healthy. But just to stick to Cooper for a second, he's gonna be special. You could see it. He's 19 years old and he's having no problem. Well, won't say no problem, but he's for a few games here, he's putting together a few games of dominating NBA talent. um, that tells me it's not going to be too big for him once he gets it all figured out, which I'm sure he hasn't yet. So I do have high hopes for him. And they got a steal. They got rid of a player that for whatever reason they had concerns on, and they got a lot younger. I mean, it is what it is. In the long run, I think Dallas Mavericks fans will probably be loving this trade.
Yeah, I mean, I think in the long run, think they got something in Cooper Flag and they can build around him.
Yeah.
I just think at unless they turn their season around, because right now they're not. They doesn't look like they're gonna make the playoffs. They look like I mean, it's still early. It's the NBA, so they got a long season ahead of them.
Yeah,
But
they need to go on a couple win streaks,
yeah, but if they continue to lose and stay below 500,
and you gotta close.
I say blow it up at the trade deadline, and like I said, get more picks and try to get younger, so therefore the timeline matches up.
I
So
I
you got a 19-year-old superstar, but by the time he hits his prime, guys like AD and Kyrie and Klay Thompson, they're gonna be all gone.
100. I agree. If they can't get it together this year, it would make way more sense to blow it up, bring in some
I
younger
think
players picks.
I think once they got the number one pick, they should have did what Utah's doing with what's that kid Ace Bailey, I think his
Yeah,
name is. But yeah, but Utah they're a young squad and their best player is young, so they could all grow up together.
yeah.
That's what Dallas is gonna have to do so that the timeline matches up.
Well, they're gonna have to do it, but I guess the overall thing is you sold on Cooper. Or you need to see more.
I still need to see more before I go generational because when I think of generational, that means he's gonna be either the next Jordan or LeBron.
Yeah.
Mavs are gonna win like six championships. Right now, I don't see all that.
Uh,
I do think I do think though he could be a centerpiece for them to build around.
yeah, I see very good. I'm not sold on generational yet. I don't think he's. I mean, he's far from me thinking he's the best player in the league, or even thinking about putting him as the best
I
player.
mean, you say generation now he's the best player in the league. He has to be the best player in the world.
Fair to say, at least from your generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how it
I mean,
goes.
like I said, he's only 19, so I don't want to be too hard on the kid.
Fair to say. That is fair to
Five,
say.
5 years from now, he might be generational.
Well, I'm just wait and see and enjoy this. I like when the NBA brings in young stars. It just makes the league
Uh,
better.
and honestly, the NBA needs young stars because LeBron's 41, Steph is I think 38 or 37.
Yeah,
AD is about 37, 38. So all their best players are getting old and they're on the back nine of their career. So hopefully, maybe it's Cooper Flag, maybe it's somebody else. But no, they need some younger talent that they can actually like promote and build around.
I
They
agree.
thought it was gonna be Jason Tatum, but a lot of people say Jason Tatum has like no personality, so that's why it hasn't really worked out for him. But hopefully, maybe Cooper Flag could be that guy.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes, man. But I ain't got much more to say on the boy. I'm ready to wait and see what he could do, and I'm excited for what the future is with him.
Yeah, and he has a huge game tonight, Christmas Day against the Warriors. So it's back to back. But he's 19. He should be able to play back to back games.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, with that being said, where do they find us outside of YouTube, my brother?
All right, you can find us on Spotify, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music.
Absolutely. And don't forget, shout out to the sponsor, W Energy. Use that QR code, Mob Squad 508. Gives you 10% off all your W Energy purchases. And head on over to X and Twitter, X/Twitter, whatever you call it nowadays, at Mob Squad 508 for myself, at Inspector_Ant for my brother over there. And I want to let you guys know to smash that thumbs up, throw us some comments, and make sure you subscribe. We're 9 away from our first free giveaway. Everybody, make sure you have a great holidays, and we out.
Peace.